Welcome to the very first IndieRef Mid-Weekly Review, bringing you the news you might have missed twice a week every Thursday until the 18th of September. This week, debates, business and one very patronising Better Together lady. But first, Monday witnessed the second debate between leader of Better Together or UKOK or No Thanks campaign, Alistair Darling, and that guy from the telly, otherwise known as the First Minister of Scotland, Alex Salmond. To the relief of many, the debate managed to veer away from solely focusing on currency and focused instead on social issues such as the privatisation of our NHS or what the priorities of our economy should be, from an oil fund to the question of nuclear weapons. After a slightly shaky first debate, Salmond was on form, repeatedly questioning Darling's logic and credibility. Following the debate, a snap poll was taken by ICM which implied that Salmond had gained a score of 71% whilst Darling sat at only 29%, meaning that less than 1 in 3 voters were actually convinced by Darling. Despite Salmond's success, there was a general consensus within the Yes community that the clear winners in the debate were the audience, who came across as both engaged and informed. One woman in particular asked Darling some poignant questions around his own involvement in the privatisation of our precious welfare state. Yet, amidst the success of Yes rested a host of complaints of unfair bias from the No campaign. With 10 out of 13 questions seemingly backing the Yes movement, The Telegraph reported on Tuesday that viewers on Twitter took to complain that the audience was partisan, the moderator was AWOL and too many questions came from SNP supporters. This claim, however, was short-lived as it became clear that the audience were balanced between yes and no, with a smaller percentage made up of undecided votes. There are, however, those like myself who feel that these debates are a rather sad indictment of our political environment. This was a debate between two middle-class, middle-aged, white male politicians in suits. I don't think this is reflective of the society that we live in, or of the diverse movement that I'm so proud to be part of. It's my belief that the nature of these debates squeezes out space for information to be disseminated. If you examine the structure of the debate, it was regarded as more of a boxing ring, one man versus the other man, and go. This aggressive masculine style of politics then only allows an ideal platform for the media to channel their focus on personality politics and entertainment value, squeezing the space for information even more so. This style of debate ironically hits undecided voters the hardest. But rest assured that there is a wealth of information within the Yes campaign from contrasting standpoints and perspectives. Links can be found below, as always. This week in Project Fear, the ongoing campaign to keep you scared of an independent Scotland, Better Together released a video aimed at persuading women to vote no.
It's too early to be discussing politics. Eat your cereal.
The campaign video was shot in a kitchen and involved a disengaged, apathetic woman who was actually struggling to remember the name of our First Minister, describing him as the man from the telly, and took all of 2 minutes using absolutely no sources of information whatsoever to make a decision on her future, the future of her children, the future of our country, and the future of generations to come. Indeed, the video kind of resembled a 1950s lifestyle advert and has been widely condemned, hailed patronising, derogatory, sexist and downright baffling. In fact, Sandra Grieve, former convener of the Scottish Liberal Democrats, told The Guardian that the advert had finally converted her to vote yes, stating that it was, and I quote, the straw that broke the camel's back. Firstly, is this how Better Together leaders actually see women? And secondly, are Saatchi and Saatchi actually covertly working for the Yes movement? Following a tweet from Generation Yes, #patronising lady began to trend UK-wide, with some oh-so creative alternative means beginning to emerge. Lastly, a glimmer of vision. There has been a lot of talk about a welfare state in an independent Scotland. I want to talk about the Common Weal. The Common Weal is an emerging movement creating a vision for economic and social development in Scotland which is distinct from the political orthodoxy that dominates politics and economics in London. It's an incredible, progressive vision and I would highly recommend that each and every one of you visit www.allofusfirst.org to check it out. That's everything this week from the Mid-Weekly IndieRef Review. Links to everything are, as always, below. Feel free to follow me on Twitter @Miriam Brett, and just remember folks, don't ask questions, just eat your cereal.